Yeah, like Lebanon, we were hiking up mountains, getting shot at.
What?
Did I not tell that story last time? Yeah, we got shot at in
No.
Lebanon, and we were up on the border of Syria. Being in the Andes, altitude, that'll kick your butt. Even if you're used to the altitude, the sun hits different up there. You get sunburned, then you're screwed.
Well, I've listened to like UFC fighters, like when they go fight in Dubai.
Yeah.
How Khabib said, like you should get there about a month early.
Yeah.
To get used to it. I think maybe when he fought Poirier or Gaethje, one of the two, he said that they got there like a week before.
Yeah, a week or week and a half before Gaethje did.
Just to acclimate.
And he knew that he was going to fucking tire.
Yeah, he knew he was going to kill him.
One of the first...
Knew he was going to gas out after he took his best.
One of the first trips I did was to Peru and got into Cusco. And are we going already?
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, but I'll do it in the little intro here in a minute. Yeah. Keep going, dude.
Cool. We went to one of my first trips was to Peru, and day one I went and did Rainbow Mountain, which is like 17,000 feet, and I thought I was gonna die. Yeah,
yeah.
I straight up did.
Yeah.
So they have donkeys, and they follow you all the way up, trying to sell you a ride on the donkey.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, and then. I didn't
they follow you the whole fucking way.
I didn't want to be a bitch. I was there with my girlfriend, this girl I was dating at the time, and two other girls. And
I got this. I got this.
We finally were getting up close to the top, and I was like, "Fuck it, dude! I don't care anymore. I feel like I'm gonna die." I got on. It walked me like 50 feet, and that was it. They couldn't take the horses anymore, so they follow you up the whole way, and they keep reducing the price.
Yeah.
The further up you go.
I got you.
So I paid like $5 to ride a donkey like 50 feet.
Yeah.
Fucking greatest $5 you've ever spent.
I got a little breather.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the pure like endorphins of like, oh, I'm cool now.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, get the fuck off. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Exactly. Awesome. There's dogs that live up there just running around, loving it. You get used to it. But yeah, don't do that day one.
No, you should not do that.
Acclimate.
Yeah. Hey, the things you've learned on all of your travels now. Yeah.
So now, if it's a long flight, like, 15 plus 28, something like that, it's just crazy. I'll usually build in the first day of rest.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm just...
kind of jet lagged and all that bullshit.
My body feels like it's just been smushed sitting in a seat like that. My knees smash up against the seats in front of me. If somebody leans their seat back, it's over, dude. I can't get comfortable.
Yeah.
And they're going to.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Everybody is.
It's a 20-hour flight,
Yeah, you've
dude.
got to.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
So, that was my favorite part about COVID time. Because I was traveling. I kept traveling the whole time. I was traveling nonstop during COVID, and it was amazing, man. It was... Nobody was flying.
Mm-hmm.
So I called it like poor man's first class because nobody was on the plane.
Yeah.
So you'd get a whole row to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just lay out everywhere I went, and tickets everywhere were cheap. I was flying around the world for nothing.
Yeah.
And then the sites that I was getting to were like, nobody was there.
Yeah.
That was my first big break. I traveled to Bolivia and filmed Pumapunku and Tiwanaku, and nobody was there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of drone footage, and I sold that to Ancient Aliens, and then they kept buying footage from me.
Oh, nice.
So they kept putting my footage on their show for I don't know how many seasons. And then, that kind of helped me. You had those milestones on YouTube. It's like just getting to 1,000 is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Bro, we were... At 100, we were like, whoa.
Yeah,
200, whoa.
You got to celebrate the wins.
Yeah, dude, it was just, It's so, we know what you're talking about.
But it's like, it feels like just getting to 1,000 is a milestone, then 10.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think I stalled again somewhere around 30. And then
We stalled at some different numbers too. Like we're stalled right now.
I'm
at
stalled
like
right now.
Something.
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been there for a minute.
We're close to 80 right
Yeah.
now. And
Which is crazy because I was, for like a year, I was gaining like 100 plus
Yeah.
a day.
yeah, we were.
And then it just stopped.
Yeah, we were going, man. They don't want to see us succeed
No,
too much,
yeah.
man. The man wants to keep us down, bro. Well,
They got their picks.
I think we got a good intro here
Yeah.
to our latest episode of Two Addicts and a Moron. Welcome back, everybody. This guy is a second-time guy,
Mm-hmm.
two-timer.
Two-timer.
And I got to tell you, I'm pretty nervous about it. And I'll tell you why in a second. I'm going to introduce you first.
He has been nervous about this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But ladies and gentlemen, Mike, the Wandering Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to be back, guys. Good
Do
to
you
see
go by
you.
Mike C or Mike? How do you do it? Is it? I know it's
Mike's fine.
Mike.
Yeah.
Like Wandering Wolf.
It's,
There you go.
if you're calling me Michael, I think I'm in trouble.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, at work, I go by Joseph.
Yeah.
And you call me Joseph, and I feel like my mom's about to kick my ass, dude.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, dude, I'm Joey.
What'd I do?
Like, yeah, like, what the, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
What
Yeah.
with me?
Yeah. So I've been nervous, man, about this one because when you come on the first time, we're always talking about the recovery, you know,
Mhm.
your story in recovery, coming through the other end. When you come on the second time, it's much more of just a rap session,
Mhm.
right? Where we're just like hanging out and talking because we've heard your story. We know that you're doing well
Yeah.
and all of that, right? But you do some crazy smart guy shit, you know, like
Might be giving me more credit.
No, come on, dude. You're climbing inside of the pyramids and shit, going to all kinds of crazy places. So it was like, I need to be able to like hold serve with you, like to keep a conversation going. You know, and I know you're a good guy and a cool guy, and I was telling you before, your videos are so cool to me because they're cool. The footage is awesome. All of that's awesome. But I really started paying attention to the narration of it
Yeah.
and how even to a novice or a guy that's never been there, how relatable and how much it does not go over my head when you're talking about it. Like it's always very
Like
digestible.
the on-screen narration or
Yeah.
the voiceover stuff?
The voiceover stuff.
Yeah.
The voiceover stuff is when you're voicing everything over.
Yeah.
It was it's a lot easier to follow for a guy like myself.
No, you know, I appreciate that. I think, you know, a lot of the, I really want to be different in this space. From the beginning, my hope was to make content that was inspiring and encouraging and just share my sense of wonder. And I hope that's translated in the videos, is that when I'm at these places, how excited I am and happy I am to be there. Because, you know, like, I never would have envisioned this life for myself.
Yeah.
So I am incredibly grateful. So I really want to, you know, express that and share that with people, and hopefully encourage other people to like travel, because it'll change you. Traveling changes you. It makes you view the world differently. It makes you view people differently. It makes you very appreciative for the things that you do have, because you see all different types of
All walks of life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you realize where you actually fit on the scale worldly
Yeah. Yeah.
compared to 90% of people out there.
Yeah.
If you're living in America, you're doing great. I don't care how bad you've got it. If you're living here, you're doing amazing compared to 90% of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And so it really shifts your perspective. It makes you really grateful. It made me really appreciative of people. And then I want to talk to people like that too, because I'm honestly not as interested in trying to figure out an answer.
Right.
I not that I'm don't like getting answers to things like the ancient history stuff, but I'm not trying to like present hypotheses and
No, you're never doing that.
big things.
No.
but I want to show people something in a way that they can,
Come up with their own
Yeah.
conclusion.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to influence thought.
Yeah.
Like I have the answers.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
I'm
I think
hoping
you
I'm bringing
do.
people along for the experience.
I think you influence that. That's
Yeah.
It's you can't help that
Yeah.
by
yeah.
doing what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And again, you're a curious guy.
Mhm.
Your sense of wonder,
Yeah.
in these places, you're like, whoa! And then you've been there multiple times now,
Yeah.
and it's So I was watching the video of you in Cairo with
Oh, the
some of your
recent one.
friends. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I do have to let you know that I got a writer and a producer.
yeah,
So
Okay.
there was more on-screen time. That's me talking, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. That's because it's very vlogish. But the last couple have been written by my writer Kay, who's a total boss, and Sammy behind the screen doing the editing and filming. So we've grown,
yeah,
but pretty much everything pre the last several videos has been me for years and years and years. And then we're changing a few things up. Some of that's kind of in flux right now. Kay just had a baby, so we're figuring all that out, and but really trying to keep this vibe of like the wonder,
yeah,
like an Anthony Bourdain type film,
yeah.
but just focus on going to ancient sites.
Right.
You
But
know?
it was there. And the cool thing about that one was you made a comment in there where it was like, I have been here, but seeing their faces see it for the first time
My favorite part
was
now,
what, it was that's what was
Yeah.
like tickling you the most at this point.
Yeah, because that was the Egypt tour.
Yeah.
So I'm doing tours now, and that's been one of my favorite parts is seeing people's reactions to coming up on these things that they've never experienced before, like the pyramids. You're standing in front of this thing that encompasses every bit of your view,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what the hell, man? Like, you can see it on camera and all these different things, but seeing it in person is just
It's always different.
Mind-boggling.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching people, we did a tour to Peru, watching the people's experience doing that was amazing. And then, we did some stuff in Peru that was pretty difficult. Montana Machu Picchu is this trail that goes up to this really high point. It is not easy. It is tough. It's a really tough climb. And some of the people, when they got to the top, were just so exhausted and then overwhelmed, and then they're immediately treated to this one of the most beautiful views. Excuse me. And everybody was crying and getting together
Yeah.
and having this really emotional experience together.
Mhm.
Not me, I wasn't crying.
Yeah. You're like pussies.
But I feeling like I'm providing a space for that.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Like that makes me feel like I'm doing it.
Mhm.
Like I'm accomplishing something I set out to accomplish. Yeah.
Well,
When you first started doing it, what was your goal? Like when you started going to these ancient sites,
Mm-hmm.
what made you go to these in the beginning? Like what made you say, you know what, I want to go?
Well, there wasn't like, I just happened to be dating this girl, and I was getting sober. It was like an off and on process, And we traveled, and the first ancient site I ever went to was Sacsayhuaman in Peru, and I just immediately,
Like, holy shit.
yeah, this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
This is what I'm supposed to do.
So you had no thoughts of this is what I'm gonna start doing. You just got there and was like, dude, I want to do this shit.
I did take a GoPro with me, so I
Mhm.
knew I was gonna like try to film something.
Yeah.
This was all very cobbled together back then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. For sure.
You're trying to get sober. You don't know what you're doing, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't, yeah, dude. I didn't know my asshole from, I don't. So it was just kind of this idea, I guess. And when I got there, I just immediately knew. I was like, I have to go to literally every place in
Yeah.
the world, and now that's what I've been trying to do. I've been to at this point, I've been to over 300 or 400 sites around the world, ancient sites. You know, we're almost 10 years in.
Yeah.
I think 8. And then the idea started kind of coming together. And I knew from the very beginning that I wanted to give people hope or encouragement, because I think I needed that.
Yeah.
You know. And then my life changed so drastically from where I was in my drug use that the idea that, first of all, knowing everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
It might not be drugs, but everybody's dealing with something that's
Even
difficult.
when you're off the drugs.
Yeah.
Like you're still going to stumble into difficult stuff.
You can be lonely. You can be depressed.
Yeah.
You can be sad. You can have loss. You can... There's a million things that we're all going through all the time, you know? And I just wanted to maintain that perspective, having come from a place where I always just wanted some compassion in my life and didn't really ever feel like I was getting it. Where maybe I could put a little bit of that back into the world.
Into the world, yeah.
And, you know, I think the last year really got pulled away from some of that. I was telling you guys some of that briefly. You know, I really got sucked into this whole back and forth thing with these archaeologists online.
Dude, somebody's always got to fuck it up, man.
They did, yeah.
Like you know,
They
like
fucked it up.
yeah. You were telling me about it, and I was kind of getting mad at you. I was like, dude, why are you giving into this shit, dude? Like,
I you know, they got so aggressive with me. I made a video. I was really in this tough spot of, I had seen so many places around the world that I started piecing together this realization of what I was looking at these sites. Because you'll go to a site like the pyramids or different places, and you're seeing it and you're just overwhelmed with awe. You're not looking at the details,
right?
The little tiny things at these places sometimes. And what I started realizing after having been to hundreds and hundreds of sites was piecing together these similarities and saying that's concrete and that is reconstructed. And this is, I started noticing that there was a pattern to how these sites were being reconstructed and developed for tourism. And it was really concerning. And I put together this video, it's called Archaeology Exposed, or Dark Side of Archaeology.
That's what did it.
And they came after me hard, bro. Yeah, really hard. These are tenured professors talking shit to me on Twitter, calling me a piece of shit and stuff. And it was intense. It was a lot. And I think it pulled me away from, because there was also a lot of success last year. There were a lot of big things that happened for me last year. And all those things combined really pulled me away from my focus for a bit of trying to grow the channel, saying yes to things that were good, but maybe they weren't for me.
Yeah.
Right? Speaking engagements and appearances and different things. And I think it got me off track. And just this year, you know, it's time to
get back in it.
Yeah, man, it's time to shed all this bullshit and just get back into making videos. And pumping content out again and doing what I love. Because I had to sit down and ask myself, like, are you happy doing what you're doing anymore? Again, you know? And I was like, nah, dude, I'm not feeling, because for like 8 years, I was waking up every morning just like
looking forward to it.
Yeah, dude, just jazzed about my life. And I realized that I was just burnt out, unhappy, and overworked. And I was like, this has got to go. And it just took me a while to kind of figure that out. And I'm back in that spot now. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this year.
So do you think that was happening as a result of you engaging with these?
Oh yeah, I don't even engage them anymore.
Yeah, well, but is that what it started? Is that when it started?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you
It
to,
shifted
like,
my perspective of the space that I was in.
you were just giving them too much of your fucking
I gave him
energy.
Yeah.
Them too
You
much
gave
of
them
that
too much of that
rent
energy that
space.
you had.
And this is we talked about this earlier before we started filming. It's a weird life to navigate being in the public eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it, even if we're just talking about 70,000 subscribers, it's not like I've got a 1 million subscriber channel or something.
Yeah.
But I have friends with 1 million plus.
Yeah.
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 And I don't know. I'm like, this is tough navigating sometimes like this.
Oh,
So I
can you
can't even
10
imagine.
million?
Dude.
Fuck,
Can you even imagine?
But they
bro.
Yeah.
but they don't. Like
You're right. That's the key.
They don't.
Yeah,
They
at
don't.
10 million, they have someone else
Yeah.
that
They
responds to their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's I don't think it's even that. I think they just don't. Like what the
Some feed off of that, and then some just don't engage with it. Or they know how to engage with it and will just leave it.
We've had when Rachel Elizabeth first came on,
Yeah.
she had over 1 million subscribers, and she said like, if she gets up in the morning and doesn't pray and doesn't like get her mind right and starts checking fucking messages, it can ruin her entire fucking day.
So I had to do that. And
Yeah.
I do that. That was a big part of my life, was getting up every morning and praying.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I do. I get up in the morning, hit my knees, and then I would read my Bible, do my stuff, taking the dogs out and everything like that. But that was how I started. My brain started working in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I was waking up and instantly going to my phone and looking at comments and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just framing my whole view for the day.
Yeah.
And I don't do that.
That's good. It's, sometimes it's good to go through those types of things
Yeah.
to bring you back to what's most important.
I
To bring you
agree.
back to
Yeah.
where this isn't what I was doing this for. I was doing it for that.
Yeah.
Because nothing sucks more than when you're waking up not looking forward to fucking today.
That's why I quit my
Like,
last
dude, it
job.
sucks.
Yeah, it
like
was-
that's fucking. I'll start putting drugs back in my body.
Bro,
You know.
and I think I shared this last time. When I quit my last job, I got sober. I got sober in 2 weeks when I quit that job. Because I was so miserable. I had to be high every day to do that job. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, man, you got to do it for you. You always got to remember why you started it in the first place. And when you start engaging with people like that, and to me, what you're doing is more valuable because all you're doing is going out there with your drones and your cameras,
bro.
and you're like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here and I've got a fucking opinion. Like, I can give it. It's
The crazy thing is that all I was doing, I was showing.
Light.
I'm like filming it,
yeah.
showing it, and saying, "This is what's been done here." It's not like I was making anything up, or you can't go look for yourself at literally every. I mean, I was showing footage in Cambodia of them taking these ancient stones, cutting them with stone saws to fit into walls and place where they wanted to place. So they're not doing archaeological work on all these things to rebuild the site. These are day laborers.
Yeah.
And that's how most of the constructions at these sites are done. So like if you go to Teotihuacan down in Mexico, that's all concrete. Chichen Itza, it's concrete. They've been rebuilt with concrete.
Right.
Right.
And they have a system that with dots in between the stones that show that this area's been reconstructed. That's all concrete.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was.
It's kind of like when I went to the Alamo the first time. I thought I was gonna see like this whole fucking wrecked everything,
Right.
and it's all been rebuilt except for
Yeah.
like one little wall. And I didn't know that. And when I went there, I was like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Well, not only
wanted to
that, but
see
the Alamo has been 90% of it's like torn down.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
you go
right.
and you see, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, the Alamo was like the surface
Destroyed.
area of
Yeah.
fucking San Antonio. Like
Right.
if,
It was
if you
massive.
look at it was massive, dude. And
Yeah.
now you just have this one little spot. It's like,
Like I've been to Egypt
yeah.
and I've watched people in Egypt like having full on these crazy emotional moments, crying and being overwhelmed in front of these like statues and stuff.
Yeah.
that I know are just concrete replicas.
Yeah.
So really all I was saying was like, just be
Be
more
mindful.
upfront and honest about how these sites are being managed and handled.
Yeah.
And I briefly touched on the whole issue with the black market stuff, which is a real issue for ancient sites. You know, there's pieces when these sites are discovered, they're just disappear. Yeah. And they end up in some billionaire's lawn, you know, next to his
fucking pool.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like but they did not like that. Yeah. So they really came after me, all the archaeologists, and it really threw me off for a little bit. Because till I made that video, but I feel like the video needed to be made. I was the only person really I don't know if I was the only person, but I was sitting on what was needed to share that information.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was important. I felt like people should be aware of
what you're looking at.
What you're looking at when you go to these sites. It doesn't have to take away from the grandeur and amazingness of it, but I know I want to know the truth of what I'm looking at. So, but yeah, we're back on track now.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Disney and fucking see Chuck E. Cheese there. You want to see fucking Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
I came to see Mickey Mouse. Why the fuck's Chuck E. Cheese out in this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people will do anything to fucking they're like, oh, this. Honestly, it probably had a lot more to do with you just like living your life and going out in front of these places and doing it for real. And
there's some
real
jealousy for sure.
There's probably a
lot of that jealousy.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I don't think they like. I mean, you have to ask yourself, why is construction being done that way?
Yeah,
well, it's for tourism.
100%
and money.
This is and to your point, like
they didn't like that.
These sites where these things are in the middle of Peru or Cambodia, probably not a whole lot of money flowing into these places.
Exactly, 100%. Yeah.
So what do we have that'll get the Wandering Wolf out here with a group of people to spend a little bit of money?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
and that's not in and of itself a bad thing. Tourism has literally been going on for thousands of years. You know, people used to take tours from Rome to Egypt.
Yeah.
This is not like anything new.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't think archaeologists have had this kind of aura around them in their profession for so long that I think like some of them really took issue with like that being poked at.
But they strike me as the type of community, and I don't know any archaeologists. I'm just making a fucking broad stroke here, but if you
we don't know many people that went to college.
We don't know very many people who read books. You know, but they seem like the type of crowd that doesn't like to be shown up or proven wrong.
Yeah,
in any way.
Well, I mean, yeah,
right. Like,
guys work themselves into positions as professors, and it gives them. I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah,
some of them. You know, where they have control and they're important.
Mm-hmm.
They get tenured and they can put out a book.
Yeah,
and they're important in their little world, right?
Yeah.
If any part of that unwinds,
the ecosystem gets destroyed.
Right, for their life that they've created.
Yeah,
and I get that. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep making what I make, and I'm just gonna stop paying attention to all that now. Hey man, Twitter's tough, dude. Twitter's a tough spot.
We're not on Twitter,
dude. Probably good.
Yeah, we have an account. That's the one that we really stay away from.
Probably good idea.
Stay away from that one.
Yeah.
The engagement there is so back and forth.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is there's like if you look at like the NBA stars and they're the engagement's like instant, bam, 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 bam. But there's also a lot of that fuck you, and going back and forth. So I don't.
He
even
wants
get on
to comment all the time, and I always tell him,
he has to pull me back.
I'm like, dude, do not engage.
Yeah.
Like
we got
shut
someone
it
the
off.
other day that said,
Go
"Fuck
by.
y'all too," and I was like, "Bro, I want to tell him, bitch, I will fucking come find you."
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Don't do nothing."
And I'm like, just shut up. Just it'll go away so much faster if you just don't talk to him.
It's a
Like-
whole, because that'll suck you in for hours.
It-
Next thing you know, you're like, I've been arguing with this no-name person.
Now I'm yelling at my wife and shit. And
Yeah.
fucking kicking my
Kicking
dog.
the dog.
You're destroying your life
Slap my little girl.
over some
Bro.
fucking
Yeah.
like. And I'm like, dude,
Next thing you know, you need a drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, we're not fucking doctors or like
Yeah.
professionals in any way. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Like we're just over here.
If you found
talking,
something you like and you're good at, just keep doing that.
Yeah, dude,
Forget about
like,
everybody else.
100%.
Yeah.
So I always like just kind of I did a doom scroll of like all these places that you've been and you filmed. And I was like, man, I'm gonna watch one of them. I ended up watching the latest one that you did, which is awesome, by the way.
Thanks.
But
I'm really proud of that one.
yeah, that was a good that was honestly something I could see on like Netflix or like A&E or
I think that
something.
that's the exact style that we're going for. And I think that's really the first video that we put out where we all were working together.
yeah.
And I feel like over the next year of us doing that, it's just going to be so dialed in. I mean, we're working on our plans for Japan. I'll be in Japan next month for like a month and a half and filming there. And we're going to have a whole series. I think it's going to be great. I think people are really going to be happy. Yeah. With the content. Yeah.
I think you should take 2 acts and a moron on the road with you somewhere, dude.
Dude. Dude, come on a
that-
tour,
That
bro.
would be so fucking cool.
You know what? Let's set up a tour. We could all do a tour ourselves. You guys could host a tour.
Yeah.
Dude, people would pay to go party, like travel with you,
Yeah.
like party,
We get
go
everybody
travel,
lost
party,
and shit.
sober parties.
Send out a search party for us. These fucking idiots. Got everybody lost.
Yeah, so here's the fucking pyramid. It was cool, right? yeah. So my question is like, what site that you went to
Yeah.
was one that like shattered your expectation live and in color, more
Well,
of one than the other? Like
Baalbek is probably will always be the top site that I've
What
ever
is it?
visited. Baalbek
Yeah.
in Lebanon.
okay,
It is. It has a trilithon stones there, which are the largest uncut stones or cut stones in place. These are massive blocks. I can't remember the weight of them, but they're the largest cut stones in the world, if I'm remembering correct. The site is massive. It has every kind of example of like kind of oddity in terms of these ancient sites and stuff that you see around the world. So it's just when you look at the scale of that place and what they did, plus it has clear, the archaeologists will come after me for saying this because the story is that the Romans built it, right? But what you see is a clear difference in the base of the structure, the main structure there, and what was put on top. And you can see, it's clear as day, the difference.
Yeah.
So you have these massive stones, largest in the world, for the whole base of this thing. And then all of a sudden the blocks don't fit together perfectly, or they clearly are Roman made, which are all uniform size and shapes. And so what it appears to be is just like the Romans found this ancient structure and
different
built on top of it.
civilizations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which you see in Peru and all over different places in
Yeah.
the world as well.
Right.
You see the same example, right?
Mm-hmm.
The newer the construction, the less sophisticated it is,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
right? So you have these in Peru, these megalithic, perfectly shaped together blocks, and polygonal masonry and all this stuff, and then you can tell where the next level. There's just no comparison between the stonework, and they built on top of that, and then it gets even worse. The modern day construction that we use now, I mean, it doesn't even compare to the that lower level.
Yeah.
So, but Baalbek has that. It has the stone of the pregnant woman in the quarry down the road. And I can't remember the name of the stone that's been unearthed underneath it. These are some of the largest uncut, unquarried stones that haven't been removed from the bedrock, but were shaped out.
Okay.
It's bigger than Aswan Quarry in Egypt.
Damn.
Yeah, the only thing that I've seen bigger is in China, Yangshan Quarry. Those are the biggest quarried stones that are still attached to the bedrock in the world, in Yangshan Quarry. But Baalbek, right to the top. Yeah, it's easy answer.
When you see a place like that built, like obviously we can't even build some of that shit with the technology now, right?
Hey,
We wouldn't even attempt it.
Yeah.
Well, look at how ugly like our build, like downtown Austin. You know,
There's no.
it's like there's just everything's
It's
just
just utility.
yeah, it's just all
Yeah.
There's no creativeness or beauty put into any of our structures anymore. And they did that back then. Not only did they do that, but they did it at a scale that we can't even
wrap our minds around.
No. Yeah.
So does it make? Do you believe in aliens?
You can ask me the alien question now, especially my space, right? Because I started doing
Well,
live streams and talk people. No, I don't.
The reason
subscribe to
I ask
aliens,
is
yeah.
like a lot of people think that there's no way that humans built that, right?
Yeah, I do think humans did it.
You
I
just think that they had
were.
such fucking amazing technology,
Yeah,
and they just figured shit out,
When we talk about technology, I'm not talking about technology like we have now.
right?
I think that these ancient peoples were working more in tune with the world that we exist within. So we know that things like sound waves can levitate objects and things like that, lock them spatially into place,
Right.
and stuff like that. Levitate objects with sound. There's all sorts of stuff that we can do that, if you scaled up, could easily explain some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that, we understood things like the effect that sound waves, frequencies have on their environment, on ourselves, our bodies, our cells, and water, and all sorts of different stuff. And these, you start diving into a lot of this, and I think that that's the kind of technology that they were using.
Right. It's not like cranes and all that bullshit.
No, yeah, maybe cranes, but not like computers and hydraulic systems and things that we would try to use nowadays.
Yeah, because I've seen some people on YouTube like put sound waves and shit together, and it's crazy how it can reverse the change of water. Or it's insane.
Somatics, like at this point, I think everybody's seen where they take the plate. They put sand all over it, and then they put sound through it, and it all the sand goes into shapes and stuff.
Like makes a star or whatever.
I mean, these are real world effects that they're, that are influencing things with just sound.
Yeah. So you just think they had just a much more bigger understanding, a much better level of it.
I mean, I think what was going on is that at some point in our ancient past, there was access to free energy. That the ancients understood how to access free energy out of our environment.
Yeah.
Whether that was through the atmosphere or somehow they were creating it. I really like the theories on the pyramids and stuff being basically power plants pumping energy out into the atmosphere and then being able to pull that in and utilize it. If you had access to free energy, everybody in the world, you would have a society that would not only potentially build things like this if you had the right type of technology like we're talking about, but you'd have a life where people were creating with beauty and art and interests, because
it took time. You had nothing but time.
So you're pursuing passions,
Right.
You're pursuing interests. There's no need for jobs and a monetary system.
Right.
You have access to the energy and all the sorts of things that you need to exist on a daily life. You just got to grow your fucking garden.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And keep your animals alive to feed yourself, and then pursue your trade, your interests, your passion. And if you're a stone worker, you know, who's spending your whole life learning it and doing it, you might create these things that, you know, I'm traveling around the world looking at, wondering like, how the fuck did they do this?
Yeah. What happened here?
Yeah.
So like, I just had this interesting thought while you were talking about this.
Yeah.
And it's like, because you're like, oh, the aliens, right? Because that's what
Yeah.
a lot of people go to. And it doesn't matter if you subscribe to it or not. But I just thought about how hardworking ants are. You know, shitloads of ants making the mounds all over, and how intricate it is underneath the ground from one to the next, which they've done that before.
Yeah.
Over time, we've probably given so much advanced technology that it made us lazy, and we don't have to look for shit like that.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean,
people are driven by either you figure out what you're passionate about, because that'll motivate you regardless,
right,
or it's a necessity,
right,
and you have to be not lazy because you got to pay the bills and
support your family. Yeah.
But if you exist between those spaces,
yeah,
that's why I just, stuff like universal basic income and things like that, I just think are horrible ideas, because if you're just giving people paychecks, we see it.
Yeah.
We see it happen in our society when people are just collecting checks. A vast majority of them just they stop doing anything.
Don't do shit.
They don't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no contribution at all anymore.
Right. And
what
you know,
for?
Yeah. And people, their expectation of what they deserve to have or how they should be living lowers and lowers and lowers. And they're willing to put up with less and less and less if they just have the paycheck and basic needs are met.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And so you can have these kind of collapses or whatever, I would assume. I would imagine that would happen, you know, in America if we went to like some kind of full on universal income system.
Everybody gets paid the same.
Everybody
no
gets
matter what
paid
your
the
job
same,
is.
no matter what.
You're a doctor. You're a store clerk, and
Why
we're making
bother?
the same. Yeah.
You know?
Well, why would you ever go to college and go pursue these things? I mean, I'm not going to go be a doctor for 12 years if I'm making the same money that a dog walker. You know what I mean? It's like
right, and
no
you see
fucking
that
way.
happen. You see that happen in countries where things like the healthcare system is private, is nationalized or whatever. It's run by the government. You know, the quality of care goes down.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, the top of the top. I'm a veteran, been using the VA for years, and no disrespect to docs and stuff in the VA, but the top doctors and stuff in the field of medicine aren't fighting for jobs at the VA.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's they're not all the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really important, I think, for people to, it can take a long time. It took me almost 40 years to figure out what I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to pray all the time, my 20s and my 30s, in the midst of the worst of my drug addictions, that I could just find something that made me happy, that I was passionate about.
Yeah.
I used to say that all to myself all the time. I was just so like, why
am I here?
Yeah, this person has known what they want to do since they were a kid, and now they're doing it. And they're like 22.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they're doing it. Seemingly.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own issues, right? But it looks like that a lot of times for other people. I remember saying that a lot. I was just like, I just want to find something that I'm passionate about, that I'm willing to do no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and wake up every day and be happy about. like we were talking about a minute ago.
Be excited about getting
There's
up.
not a better feeling in the world than to wake up in the morning just happy.
Mm-hmm.
Just happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
not having
dude.
to like make yourself be happy or buy something to be happy or do something, or you're just happy
Mm-hmm.
with your life and what you're doing. That is an amazing feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a long time for me personally to find that. Like I said, almost 40 years. But that's what I wish for everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody can. I know people, you have to work a job. You have to do things if that's where you're at. But if you can put a little time into like pursuing your interests and different things, trying different things
Mm-hmm.
to eventually find something where you have that moment like I had at Sakse Wuman, where you're just like, I have to do this for the rest of my life. And
Yeah.
I don't know. And back then I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Don't know how. Don't know where the money's going to come
But
from.
I'm going to do it because I have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no experience with the camera. I still suck with the camera, man. I have no experience with any of it. And I'm horrible at social media and all the back end stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
I just figure it out.
Yeah.
It's something I'm willing to not quit at. So, because I love doing it. So, yeah, man. If people talk about world peace and stuff, if you had one wish, if I had one wish, I'd wish that for everybody. I think you might have world peace.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, if everybody, you know, knew in their heart what they were passionate about, what they wanted to do, and could find that thing.
Well, that's a great question. Like, especially like during an addiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, probably for anybody in life, but an addiction. In my addiction, I always question, like, why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was God's purpose of putting me here?
Yeah.
Because I know it wasn't to do drugs all day,
Yeah.
right? But that's what I was doing. But I didn't know anything else that I was really passionate about
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted to do. And then you start getting like 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start questioning, like, is this all that I was, is this all that I was supposed to do? And now I'm getting to a point to where I'm older, to where can I really?
Yeah, dude, you're old as
Can I
fuck,
can
bro.
I find something else? You know, and I used to look. What used to motivate me was I used to look online and find out people that have became like famous and
Yeah.
successful at an age of past 40
Yeah.
or 50
Yeah.
or 60, and then that started giving me hope. Like Colonel Sanders didn't fucking become Colonel
Such a good
Sanders
story.
until he's fucking old,
Yeah.
old, right?
He didn't even get to see his.
Yeah. And Vera Wang, I think Vera Wang was, I think she's one that didn't become successful.
Yeah.
So I started looking at those different stories
Yeah.
of people that hit it at 50 and they figured, oh, fuck, this is what I'm supposed to do. And that started giving me that little bit of hope
Yeah.
to where,
I think J.K. Rowling,
yeah.
she didn't write the Harry Potter books till she was in her 40s, I think.
Yeah.
She's a fucking billionaire now.
Billionaire. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, when she first brought him out, nobody wanted to even
Yeah.
be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's great. It's a great point because you hear it.
Mhm.
People say it's never too late. It's never
Yeah,
too
yeah,
late.
yeah.
But, you know, it's when you're especially coming out of a drug addiction.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, if you had better and healthy ways of managing your life, your emotions, and all the different things
Yeah.
that you don't have, clearly because you're this deep in your drug addiction,
Mm-hmm.
if you had those things, you know, it might be easier because you'd understand some kind of process. But when you're coming out of some kind of drug addiction and you don't have any of these kind of tools,
Yeah.
you're just, it feels like you're shooting blind,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you don't, you know, it doesn't always seem like it helps, but you hear it a lot. People saying, just don't give up.
Yeah.
But it's true,
Mm-hmm.
especially in that time period when you're
Yeah.
coming out of some kind of a drug addiction and you're trying to make a change in your life. For me, it felt like I was stuck on this path. My life had been laid out in such a way. My child was horrible. I got taken away from my family. I got put in different group homes, jail, treatment centers, mental institutions till I was 18. And then, drug addiction, failed relationships, you know, just all this horrible shit. And, you know, it, to me, it seemed like my life was on a track, and that was just what it was for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I was never going to have an opportunity to go to college. I didn't have any, nobody was going to pay for that, nothing like that. If I didn't work and figure out some way to money, there was nowhere for me to stay.
Right.
You know, there's not like a home waiting at a room waiting at my childhood home.
Yeah.
For me to crash at if I fell on hard times.
You're right.
It just felt like that was my path. And so for me, coming out of the addiction and trying to do these things with my life, felt like I was trying to hop tracks.
Yeah.
And it felt, how the hell am I going to do that? I tried to be a firefighter. I got a conditional letter higher than the psych guy. I got hired on went through a whole academy at the ACC, got trained up, certified, got in, got a conditional letter higher with Austin Fire Department. Psych got profile guy failed me because he saw something on somehow he got my records from when I was a kid. Huge failure.
Yeah.
That was one of my first big attempts to like change my life.
Yeah.
And I went back to using. And then I was like, fuck it, maybe I'll try again, dude, I guess. You know, but it was like trying to shift that, get onto the other track. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
But you do just keep going, and then it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you're 40 or 50. It doesn't matter if you're 60. Dude, if you're 80 years old, dude, if you've made it to 80 as a drug addict, first off, hats off to you, man.
Good job.
Good job. But you can still change.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that just have things happen for them once they commit to something. But you have to put yourself in a position for that, to be able to, for the opportunities to present.
Yeah, well, you also got to put yourself in a position to be willing to fail, too.
Be willing to fail.
Yeah.
Because and I know you've got a sales background.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people aren't.
Yeah. I think I always say, like, some of your best salespeople are people that had, like, rough childhoods. Because we've been told no. And
a million times.
And, like, pushed away and fucking, like, I didn't know my dad that well and fucking, like, things like that. So being told no really doesn't hurt my feelings so much.
Yeah.
Because I've been told no by some of the people that love me the most.
Yeah.
Right? But, yeah, you definitely have to be able to put yourself out there and be willing. Like, whenever you realize, like, hey, this is what I want to do. You didn't know how you were going to do it, what you were going to, you didn't know how to run a camera. You didn't know how to, but you had that little bit of hope. And you know what? I can, that's enough.
Yeah.
I can go from there.
And if you get a couple wins, it starts getting better.
Yeah.
And
start becoming friends with Graham Hancock. Like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, dude.
That's fucking insane.
It still trips me out, like, when I see you on, like, talking to him, like, on whatever. It's pretty trippy.
Amazing, dude. And then I've been really fortunate and lucky to be able to call him a friend over the last many years. And him and his wife are amazing people. And he sets the bar high. I always go, like, I'm picking a place, and I'm like, I wonder if he's been here.
Yeah.
I'll go look. And I'm like, son of a bitch, he's been there.
I have a quick funny story.
Yeah.
So I got three brothers, right? I'm a fourth, and I'm like kind of a black sheep. They love me, like, it's love, right? But I think differently. I do things. I'm on a podcast, like shit like that.
Yeah.
And I told him the first time you were coming on, I was like, yeah, there's a guy, Wandering Wolf. My brothers were like just now getting into it. They were hey, Joey's not just this fucking dipshit doing he's actually a dipshit doing something, right? And so I go, yeah, look him up, dude. He does these fucking great things, goes around the world, and he's doing Ancient Aliens. I told him you did some of the footage for it. And my older brother calls me the next day, and he goes, this guy knows fucking Graham Hancock. How the fuck are you rubbing elbows with anybody who knows Graham Hancock? You fucking degenerate piece of shit. He's like, it was just a funny thing, and like, kind of true. Like,
you know, I got to share a stage with them last year. It was amazing.
I watched it.
Did you?
Dope. Yeah, I watched it. It sold out.
Yeah, it was a
dope.
big conference.
It was you, him, and Jimmy Corsetti.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was a real treat to be able to get up on stage with him and talk to people. Jimmy and I had just gone to Turkey and went and checked out Göbekli Tepe, explored a bunch of other places too. And it was quite a trip. And he was talking about stuff to do with that and wanted us to come on stage and share a lot of that.
Yeah.
And we were able to get into a lot of other cool stuff too. Yeah, that was really, really cool.
He's talked about you on Joe Rogan before. I mean, numerous times he's mentioned
he has,
your name.
yeah.
You know? That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, they keeps playing my stuff.
Yeah, dude, all
Rogan
the time.
keeps playing.
Yeah.
my
You like
stuff.
typing your shit up.
Yeah,
You'll be on Rogan before too long.
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, maybe I don't know. It's I you know, the way I'm going is a little bit different. It's not
It's not why you're doing it.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
well, and it's not. Most of the ancient history guys that go on there are like very factual in it, you know, and really everything I'm doing is more the experience,
Yeah.
what I'm feeling, and you know, and I'm still trying to learn what that looks like. I feel like that video that you referenced, the Cairo video, is the best version to date of doing that, of like sharing the experience and putting the viewer there.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched a lot of your videos, like, you know, before the last one that we did together. I watched a ton of them. And then since, you know, I'm subscribed. They'll come up. I'll check them out. And yeah, that was my initial thought too, was like, oh, this is going in a whole new direction now. I was like, I was kind of proud of you. I was like, dude, this is super cool. This is like
Sammy and Kay are gonna love hearing that.
A much better. It was like it went from you being analyzing these places that you were going with all of your stuff to now you're just in hang. Like you're hanging. Like you're hanging with some people. And it's
and loving life, loving the experience.
That's it. It was just a cool hang, dude. So I like where it's heading, man. That's fucking awesome.
It. Thank you.
So
part 2's out now. You can watch that.
All right, cool.
It came out Friday.
So I'm a little bit of I'm very curious about the paranormal.
Yeah.
And like paranormal stuff and homes that are haunted and shit like that. Always have been since I was little. You're going to some places that have some fucking history.
Yeah, man.
Like, have you ever experienced anything like of a paranormal?
You know, people ask me that all the time, and I've never. I've had plenty of crazy experiences.
Yeah,
but nothing like paranormal.
Or like unexplainable.
No. Yeah, man. Trying to think somewhere that I've been that maybe was kind of sketch. You know, if I'm in a space like that, I stay in prayer, bro. You know?
Yeah.
My my faith in Jesus is really strong at this point in my life. Stronger than it's ever been. If I'm going to places, I'm not worried about stuff like that. And I've never had any kind of experience.
Yeah, and I don't mean negative. I don't mean like
I just no experience at all. Yeah, I've never had some weird thing happen or some kind of like, you know, unexplainable thing. Or, you know, the only time that I've had something weird happen was I was on a hiking trip out in Big Bend with some buddies, and we saw what looked like a star that was exploding and then contracting and exploding and contracting, doing that over and over until it disappeared. And then the next night there were lights flying up and around the mountains, like straight up like a UFO.
Yeah,
it was completely unexplainable how fast it was moving and changing course and stuff across the sky. It's the only time I've ever seen anything like that. That was out at Big Bend, which is out, close to Marfa and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That happens around there.
Yeah.
I could not explain that. I've been in the woods before at night and heard crazy stuff that I can't explain. But I've never had some kind of paranormal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing.
Are you
Like shit.
are you a conspiracy theory kind of person? Or
I
no?
mean, yes, to a certain extent. I just, I think my view in a lot of times.
Mhm.
So like if I'm, because I started doing live streams and interviewing ancient history people
Yeah.
and stuff, on a secondary channel, and we'll get into those things. And I usually don't
yeah,
get involved in my perspective because it kind of shuts it down. So if you're trying to get into that, because I don't really get into the aliens and I don't really get into the supernatural stuff. I just I've always just really enjoyed focusing on the ancient sites
yeah,
because I can see it and I can put my hands on it.
yeah. Is it
I-
cool whenever you have like a group of people? Because everybody has their own opinions. right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I know that you probably don't want to share so much like your thoughts and things,
Yeah.
but you get to hear his and hers and hers. And does it kind of blow your mind what some people think? And
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Bro, the space that I'm in,
yeah.
yeah. Some of the stuff.
Has anyone ever said something and you're like, holy fuck, that sounds like some,
Yeah, man, I get wild emails
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, like rabbit hole
Theories.
type shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Emails that if I sat and tried to read all day, it'd take me all day if I tried to read that one email.
yeah,
They're just,
Yeah.
yeah.
kind of wow. And by the way, it's not that I don't think that there's paranormal stuff that happens.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're just like in tune.
I
Yeah, you're
just
probably just like single, but also like I do, because some of these are out in the open, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
and if you're in the woods, right? Like you, and it's dark, your
Yeah,
mind's
so-
gonna start playing tricks on you a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
dude.
I mean, yeah. I do think that there's places around the world where it's probably easier to have experiences like, because I've been to some places that are pretty far out and I wouldn't want to stay overnight at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I think there's probably places like that. You said earlier, was it you that said earlier that, some of these places, have had thousands of years of history and things
Yeah,
happening,
that's more of it.
and
And some bad things happening.
lots of bad things.
Right.
So you can kind of feel
Yeah.
the weight of history at places.
The
Kind of
energy.
shit.
For sure. You can feel that. I went to a site in Lebanon that was supposed to be called Kana. It's where Jesus performed his first miracle, turning water to wine.
Wow.
And you just kind of sit there with that.
Yeah.
That was like 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that the most famous historical figure ever
Was sitting here.
was right here.
He could have been standing right here.
Could have been standing
Yeah.
right. I could have walked exactly where he walked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that site is also an ancient quarry, and everybody just walks by all that. They don't even cut the grass. And it's all these cut out massive stone blocks from quarried spaces all around that
Yeah.
cave where the site was. But yeah, walking to places like that, sometimes I'll sit there and I'll just let that sense of trying to understand
Yeah.
the history behind everything that happened here at this place. Yeah. And then, you go to places in maybe Mexico or Central America where that they were just murking people.
Slaughter.
You know what I mean? Just right
Sacrificing
here at
shit,
this
yeah.
site, just ripping their hearts out. All that was happening like right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to Chichen Itza and there's you know, skeletons and stuff in the pit or whatever.
Yeah.
That's off to the side. I can't remember what it's called, or there was. And you start getting into the history around a lot of that, and yeah, you're just like, dang, dude, all that happened right here. That's crazy. Or the Coliseum, just standing in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
How many people died in there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In a
Just
brutal
what
way.
kind of crazy stuff was going on here and around this vicinity.
People were cheering them on
Yeah.
as they were
Wild.
fucking
Yeah.
murking
Well,
each
we
other.
watch UFC still. Like I can't help but think about the Coliseum when I'm like have a bunch of buddies watching the UFC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know they're not killing each other, but
Yeah, I've walked through catacombs in places
yeah.
that just go on and on and on, and it's just thousands and thousands and thousands of skulls and bodies. It's just stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And you're walking down entire corridors underground of just
Fucking stories.
bodies.
Like 15 stories or something. They
Yeah.
don't know. I don't even know if
I've walked through
they know how deep that thing gets.
Yeah, I've walked through the fields of like the killing fields of and Phnom Penh, all the slaughter and stuff that happened over there under Pol Pot and Cambodia,
Oh, geez.
and just
That's recent.
come up across monuments of skulls stacked, 2 stories high, and this wide across, just skulls.
Yeah.
In a giant tower. It's yeah. And then it's a museum now that was like a jail where people were being tortured, and they have reenactments of that. And I've seen that in Vietnam. They have a place in Vietnam. I dropped a short on that, and that one got censored so hard, and it still got hundreds of thousands of views. Just a walkthrough of the Vietnam Memorial over there, and the pictures of the atrocities and stuff that were going on. Yeah.
My buddy went to Auschwitz. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
And he said, like, when you go there and you sit there,
Yeah.
like, you can feel.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel the depth.
Heavy.
It's heavy as fuck.
So no paranormal stuff per se, but the weight of history
Yeah.
can really hit you if you stop at these places and just think in your head about where you're at.
That energy has to stay there a little bit. Like you know what I mean? That
It does. It does stay there. You
it's-
can't stand under something like the shadow of the pyramid and not be have the weight of history impressed upon you.
yeah.
Or walk through somewhere like Karnak, and these, just massive columns that it feels like you could get lost in without feeling that. And trying to imagine what this must have been like.
Yeah.
At least I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what, man? Honestly, like I've had to ask myself this before. Like, am I chasing a new high? When I first started doing this, I did. I had to ask myself, like, am I doing this in a healthy way?
Yeah.
And I haven't just replaced this thing for that thing.
Yeah. I just had that thought. Like I thought that when you were talking about just starting and you're in Peru,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm doing this now. This is what I'm doing. And
It was a little frantic when I started. It was like I got to go everywhere and I got to do everything all the time. And
right, but you're gonna replace that with something. You're gonna replace the drugs with
it evens
something.
out a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, you find your balance and your equilibrium.
Right.
Yeah.
right. So I mean,
The big thing is that I think with most addicts, and maybe you can tell me what you think here, is we're usually pretty extreme people. It's always all the way this or all the way that.
Yeah.
All the way to the top.
Yep.
I always say.
I'm killing
I'm
myself with how much I'm doing.
I'm not only going to half-ass
Right. Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking go all the way to the top.
So it's like that's a learned behavior pattern through drug addiction. Because I used to ask myself, why do I have to get so high that I'm literally almost dying or dying?
Yeah.
Why can my friends get fucked up a little bit,
yeah,
but I'm waking up in an ambulance
yeah,
in the hospital? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or somebody pressing on my chest.
yeah,
Why do I have to do it like that?
yeah,
And then when you start getting sober, the world is different.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but you're still living like that.
Yeah.
And so you have to figure out how to regulate your emotions. You have to figure out how to balance your life and do things in a way that's, practical for living, where you're not, because I spent years, and I still struggle with this. I'll work. I've got something that I love doing, and I'll work until I burn myself out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm having to learn, really, I'm still having to learn how important taking a weekend off is and resting.
I literally just talked to my wife about this today. I was on my way to come do this.
Yeah.
And I stopped at the gym to go work out, and I didn't make it in the gym. I fell asleep in my car, right?
Yeah.
And she calls me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "About to go work out." And then I look at the clock, and it's almost 6. And I'm like, "I guess I'm not going to work out. I guess I fell asleep." And she's like, she said, "I know that, like, you're always pursuing stuff, and you're always going." She said, "But you have to know when it's time to, like, take just a healthy break."
Yeah.
Like, you're always running for your daughter, or you're coaching, or you're working, or you're doing podcasts. And she said, I'm so proud of you for all of it. She said, but you have to know, like, when fucking you're just burned, and you got to take, like, you know what, I need to take today.
Yeah.
And I was like, got some truth to it. I said, but we got a podcast tonight, and we got one tomorrow too. So, but yeah, no, you can definitely work yourself too. It's what we do.
Yeah, and I think, another thing that most people who've come out of drug addiction struggle with too is boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
There's never a real healthy understanding of boundaries.
Yeah.
Whether it's with people or yourself.
Relationships, anything.
Anything, yeah. And you have to learn that. It's a lot of stuff you have to learn.
You're literally learning how to be an adult.
Yeah.
At a fucking older age.
Yeah.
Than most people. Yeah. Really. At 42, I'm having to relearn things that I should have knew when I was 20.
Yep.
But now I'm learning them 22 years later. Right? And now I'm trying to, like, make them make sense. Like, but yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So where's a place that you haven't mentioned that if I was going to go out of the United States, somewhere I got to go see before I die, where would you go?
Name one for him.
Just name one.
And I've got a
and
different.
then one
doesn't have to be ancient site focus.
No, you just, it's up to you.
Europe's amazing. I love Europe. You can just get around so easily and see a lot of culture.
You get to go can't you get on a train and just fucking pretty much go everywhere?
And just you can see a lot of different. It's very different.
Yeah.
You could bounce. You can bounce around from country to country and have all kinds of incredible experiences.
Really? So Europe.
Yeah, if I was going to tell you to go to one place to get the maximum amount of experiences, go to Europe, hop a train around, have fun.
Just take a week and just do that.
If you're going somewhere for a week, yeah, I would do Europe like at least like a month or something, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then pick a region, But like
now, if it was an ancient site, where would you say? If someone's never traveled to an ancient site,
and you got a week,
yeah,
Egypt's amazing. Egypt's also very intense. That'd be a good one. Cambodia is really easy to get around and do. It comes with its own complications depending on when you go there. Just because it can be really hot, it can be really wet.
Really, yeah.
Malta's amazing. You can just go hang out on an island in Malta, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's just so many ancient sites there, and so many things to do. Peru, Cusco is one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah.
It's like the Rome of South America. It's like you can just go to Cusco and just stay in Cusco. Take a little shot over to Machu Picchu.
It's easy to get around there too.
Yeah, all the stuff is right in and or right around the city.
Is it pretty affordable in Peru?
Very affordable.
Is it?
Yeah. And you could fly down there to Peru in like, I think it's 5 or 6 hours if I remember
Oh,
right.
not terrible.
Not terrible. Get down there in a day, and it's cheap flights.
Yeah.
There's times of the year you can fly down to Peru, round trip tickets, $350.
Really?
Yeah. From Austin.
Yeah.
Um,
What's a place in the United States?
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
the U.S.
Yeah, the United States.
For like ancient sites or just to
Yeah.
go visit? Well, you've got, the American Southwest is full of stuff that's fun to go see, especially if you like hiking and getting out in nature. You got Chaco Canyon and Mesa Verde and a bunch of places like that. You can get up into the St. Louis has Cahokia Mounds. You've got the Ohio Serpent Mounds out there in Ohio. There's a lot of really cool stuff like that out there that way. And then there's even stuff on the East Coast. There's dolmens. I filmed some of that. Florida has stuff. Florida has ancient shell mounds.
Yeah. There's a bunch of mounds here. Are there not? Like
Thousands,
Yeah.
if not millions
Yeah.
in America. The entire country is covered in mounds. People don't even know about this.
They don't even realize it.
They have no idea.
Because I was reading somewhere, it was this was a long time ago, maybe in Tennessee. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And like this guy's backyard was just fucking mounds from
Yeah.
like fucking Native Americans,
hmm
and like it's a site that people go and see. But
I don't remember if I mentioned this on. Did we talk about mounds last time?
I don't
If you
think so.
want to know about mounds, look into Dr. Gregory Little.
Gregory Little.
He's probably the foremost person on American mound culture
Okay.
that I'm aware of. He's got tons of books out. He's active on Twitter, and he posts stuff mound related on Twitter almost every day.
Because Native Americans is something that fucking fascinates me.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
so
most people
fascinating.
don't have any clue the extent of the societies that lived here.
Mm-hmm.
The real story of the Native Americans here in America before Europeans came over.
Right.
Cahokia was at its peak was larger than London at the same time.
Yeah.
It was like 200,000 people living in Cahokia.
Mm-hmm.
Full city,
Yeah.
massive city. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool history in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said something last time too when you were here that kind of hasn't left my brain,
Uh-huh.
but you were like, I think the more we look into the megalithic stuff here,
Mhm.
the more my interpretation of the way history was told to us is changing. Like in your own brain, you said something to that effect. You were like, man, I think.
Yeah,
the-
well, cool thing since the last time that I was here is we know now that our history is a lie because we know now who's been printing our books.
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad,
Yeah.
the Epstein file,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
in charge of coming up the curriculum and printing our books.
Yeah.
Our textbooks, and all of that was has been flooded into our educational system and pumped into our children's minds, and that's what we were raised on. It's a rewriting of history. It's a very pretty story, but it's not true.
Right.
Christopher Columbus is not true.
Terrible.
Yeah, and he was not the first person here in America. He didn't discover America. We know this. We have evidence of, we have, I can't remember the names of them. We have structures that Vikings built here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up in
Vikings were
up in
coming
Maine
over and
shit,
trading.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So none of this is true. We have full-on cities that were here. Cahokia being an example. Cultures that were doing all sorts of things and trading, down into Mexico and beyond, and all sorts of stuff happening that we learned nothing about. Yeah. So, let alone the rest of the world history story.
Yeah.
And you know, when you start figuring this out, you know, the conspiracy stuff, which by the way is another term was coined by the CIA to discredit people who are questioning things.
Yeah, just having simple questions too, not
Very simple.
Just a different theory.
Just
Yeah, can we explore this idea? No, you're a conspiracy theory and it's disinformation. It's like, what?
yeah.
See, I've heard like the Grand Canyons.
Yeah.
There's like Egyptian shit.
Yeah, so that, you know, here's my take. Is if it's a government organization and they say that so the Smithsonian handles history, right? Historical stuff. They're the opposite of that. So whatever, you know, some good thing or whatever that they say they are, like whatever the thing was that they were doing to help children in Haiti during the earthquake and also they were doing the opposite of that. They were kidnapping children and human trafficking.
Right.
You know, it's like the opposite. Everything that we hear is backwards in this world. And you just keep seeing examples and more examples of that. And it's like pattern recognition comes into play at a certain point. And they just want to label people that are doing that and using their brain with common sense as conspiracy theorists and discredit you and things like that. But the whole Egyptian stuff there were reports written on it.
Yeah.
The Smithsonian hired, I can't remember the guy's name, but they hired a guy to come out and do like scout areas and all this stuff. And he came back with reports of there being, you know, Egyptian artifacts and things there. And he found a cave and all this stuff in it. They fired him, discredited and ruined his career, sent new people there. And they came back and their official report was there was nothing.
Yeah.
Which is still kind of weird because if you go and you can go do this right now. Anybody that's watching, just get on Google, type in Grand Canyon, start scrolling in on the different peaks and spots in there, and they're named Temple of the Sphinx. They're all named after Egyptian spots in the Grand Canyon. All these different points inside the Grand Canyon are named after Egyptian places. I mean, the whole way down the Mississippi River, you have cities that are have Egyptian themed names.
Yeah.
That's going on all over America. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know? Now this is getting into very speculative stuff, but there's people that are exploring ideas of like Indians actually being the original Egyptians who came across the ocean but then stayed here and settled.
Makes sense.
I have no idea if that's true. I'm
Right.
just putting it out there. So
Sure.
probably actually get me in trouble for even mentioning it. But
Y'all email us instead of
Yeah.
wandering wolf.
email them, yes.
Yeah.
Email 2 addicts to the
Yeah,
moon.
and
I
we'll give
love-
you the proper response. Yeah.
But the Egyptian thing in the Grand Canyon, that's a thing. You can just Google it right now and go look, and everything in the Grand Canyon is named after Egyptian places.
Well, like I watch a lot of like Y-Files. You watch Y-Files?
Yeah.
I watch a lot of those at night to go
Yeah.
to sleep. And like he breaks shit down.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll say like this is what he believes and this is what he doesn't at
Right.
the end. But like there's so much that you can't put all of that shit out there and some of it not be true.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like not everything's a conspiracy theory and
Yeah.
not everything's just bullshit.
Fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Like he's right sometimes. Like he's proven to be right. Like
That's
he
why
got the
people still
Sandy Hook
listen.
thing wrong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Way wrong.
but there's been some stuff that he said years ago where they were calling him a conspiracy theorist quack,
Yeah.
and it's like it all ended up being true. Like he's, I mean,
Yeah, you shouldn't feel ashamed or whatever labels like conspiracy theorists do for anybody about just asking basic questions and this idea that you can't question the narrative or ask, might this be wrong?
Yeah.
And say, I want to explore it for myself.
Right.
Like that's a bad thing?
No, we've already done it for you.
Right.
It's like, well, no, I would like to do it myself.
Yeah, I want to go look at it myself.
Yeah.
And if it's the truth, it'll stand up to anything and
Right.
everything, right? So that's, that's the good thing about the truth is that it holds up under the light,
Yeah.
you know,
Always.
and so you shouldn't be worried about people asking questions about anything if that's what the truth is.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of that person's background or qualifications,
Whatever they,
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a very interesting space that I exist in with the ancient history.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts, dude. Like, it really is rubbing elbows with some, like, I know you probably didn't intend to do that whenever you first started, but now you just are, dude. Like, you're mixed up,
That's
and
just your spot now.
you're just a,
Yeah.
but I love that you're just a dude doing it because you're curious about it and you wonder about it.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
It's been really interesting, the doors that have opened to allow me to like collaborate with some really cool people.
yeah.
And I like doing that. I like collaborating with people. I like working together on stuff.
But that's how you find truth too. You get a
Yeah.
couple of different people with different opinions about something, and
Oh yeah.
you
100%.
bring them into the middle of the table, and you're like, yeah, you're probably right about that, and you're probably right about
Yeah.
that, and you're probably right about that.
And people have different skill sets.
Yeah, 100%.
Some people are really good at, I have friends that are really good at research and remembering everything. Bro, I'm not good at any of that.
Yeah.
I am not good. You could ask me dates. I know generally things about the places that I go to, retain the information. And for us to have a conversation here like this.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you want the exact dates of like this or that, yeah, I'm not that guy. And so it's good to work with people who are able to like bring that to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to bring up something because this is a really big deal for you. You wrote a book, dude.
I did, yeah, man.
Yeah, you were in the throes and knee deep in that shit the last time
I was
you were here, and it's done.
It's all done. Yeah, man.
What's it called?
Lost Then Found.
Lost Then Found.
Yeah, worked on that book for 3 years. And yeah, it was quite a process. So it actually just finished today. Not finished, but it's uploaded and on Amazon, being processed now. And by the time this comes out, I think the ebook will be out, and within a day or two after that, the physical book, copybook will be out. Yeah.
So autobiography,
Taking
you through
a lot of the tough shit. Yeah, my childhood up to now almost.
Yeah.
A little bit before, I had to cut it off at some point.
Yeah.
So I think it came all the way up to the beginning of last year, I think is where it ends. But yeah, it really weaves in my travels. I told you when I first started writing it was very linear.
Yeah.
So it just went straight from my childhood to now.
Yeah.
It was fucking depressing, bro.
Yeah.
It was a really depressing read because it was just tough, horrible shit for 36 years.
Yeah.
And then, so what I did was I changed it up to where it was, I'm telling you the story of all my travels and the moments where I've been able to look back on these really tough moments in my life and compare it to these moments that I was in traveling where things are better now.
Mhm.
So you're seeing this dichotomy of me living a healthy, good life
Yeah.
and the appreciation that I have and remembering back about how bad it was and what lessons I've learned. And so really narratively, I'm taking you from journey to journey, trip to trip to trip around the world multiple times and flashing back from my childhood up until the two stories pretty much meet at the end. And you get to see that process of this really tough childhood, all the different places I got sent to, all the things that happened, all the, different things into adulthood, not just drug use, losing friends, watching people die, just a lot of stuff. And that all coming up to a point side by side with the other story of this new life when I kind of got sober and making my way to where I'm at now.
Meeting them in the middle.
And then it kind of ends there. So yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I know that was a long time coming for you.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of thought that went into that the last time you were here. So it's got to be a pretty prideful moment for you to have this thing out.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be more proud of it if it hadn't taken so long. Now I just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
I just want to be done with it.
Yeah.
Put it out
there, fuck it.
Yeah, and let it be. And I just hope that I hope that someone, the whole reason I wrote it was I'm hoping that someone, like we were talking about earlier, is that I hope that someone can read it and maybe be like, it's not too late.
It's not too late.
Or there could be hope.
Mm-hmm.
I can change.
Yeah.
It is possible to change. It is possible to have all these things happen to you in your life that you have no control over.
Dude, you're living proof
and
of
then
that.
Still be able to change.
Yeah.
You are living proof of that more than maybe anybody that I know or that I've met doing this podcast,
that,
dude.
Thank you.
Like, you are doing some wild shit now. And you are intermingling with some names in this arena that you're dancing in. That's like, it's crazy, dude.
It'd be all worth it just to, like we talked about earlier, just to wake up happy.
Yeah.
Because I remember
waking up
not wanting to wake up, Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy because I used to think like, now I like have plans for what I'm going to do next week, next month, and next year, and 5 years, and 10 years.
Yeah.
And in my addiction, it was literally, I don't plan on being here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, if I am, cool, but if I'm not, okay. Like, that's literally, I didn't look towards tomorrow. Tomorrow's a long ways away, And then waking up just fucking miserable.
Mm-hmm.
It's an accomplishment, man.
It's a
waking up happy. That's a
That's
a big deal, and it's something that
really
not a whole lot
is,
of
and
people.
I think it's more valuable than anything I could get in my bank account or anything that I could, it's peaceful in a way that my life wasn't before. And I really do. That's why I wrote the book, and I hope that somebody, if it helped one person realize that and make a change, then
it's a win.
Yeah, I think everything that I went through, maybe it was for a reason and that could ripple and affect something. Two people, maybe that could have ripple and affect their story, could ripple and affect somebody else. Because I do believe that God can take everything that was meant for bad and turn it around for good.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take all these years that were just so bad and use them for something positive now.
Yeah.
They're not wasted years.
Your next 40 years are going to be way better.
Yeah, man.
I
hope so.
Would you rather your first 40 years be fucking amazing and the last 40
bro,
be
this is the better deal.
Yeah, this is a way better deal.
This is the better deal.
I ask myself that all the time. Like, would I rather like an amazing 42 years and then just fucking rough?
No.
Or would I rather do what I did and get to 42 and be like, you know what? The next 40 years are going to be fucking great.
Yeah.
And I'd take that all day long.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're going to do an audiobook?
Yeah, I thought about that. I think I'm going to. I don't know how to do that yet. I haven't even looked into it.
Well, when you look into it, don't let somebody else read your fucking story, dude.
Listen to David Goggins' audiobook.
Yeah.
When he did it with the narrator, where the guy was actually asking him questions. That one's pretty dope because it's just not him reading it to you. It's all right. Well, let me ask you, where was your mindset here? Where would you hear? Where were you at? And he's explaining. Well, the reason I wanted to put that in there right there is because he explains where he was in life at that
It
point.
was like an audiobook discussion.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Like
it's
over
pretty dope.
it was pretty neat. But I was with your narration skills, you know, your overdubs.
I've been told it enough now that I feel like I would have to narrate it.
Well,
have to read it.
Like it always kind of drives me nuts when there's like a book that I really like, and I do audiobooks a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, why would I write this book to have someone else read it? You know?
I feel like if I'm narrating my book, I mean, you'll hear the
pain,
excitement,
the happiness,
the pain,
all
exactly.
of it.
You'll hear it
The
behind what I'm
emotions.
speaking. Yeah. Because there's real parts in that book. You know, there's some shit I shared in there that's you know, it's not easy to talk about.
Sure.
It's like Tyler Critchie. I Am Critchie. He's a rapper here in Austin. He's been on a few times. He makes some really good fucking music. And some of his songs, when he's talking about living homeless, and like you can feel it.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it in his lyrics. It's just like when you narrate a book.
Yeah.
You know, you can feel like where you were in that place and where you are now. You know, I always, I think if someone's gonna narrate your book, you got to do it.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm gonna look into it, and I'll probably try to knock that out here in the next couple months. But yeah, I have thought of that. Yeah.
Well, we will buy a book whenever it goes on.
Yeah, dude. Just make sure that you bring your ass back here because we want signed ones too, dude.
100%. Yeah.
We want signed ones. It's going to go on our bookshelf over here.
Look at that. All right.
These are some of the
That'd
guys
be dope.
that we've had on that wrote books.
Yeah, it'll be out. All of it, paperback, hardback, and ebook will be out this week.
We're gonna do hardback.
Yeah.
Well, I will warn you, and anybody that might be watching, is the Amazon's publishing whatever to put the print and color and everything. Like their hardbacks are just. I don't remember what the price is going to be on it, but I don't think the hardback's going to be cheap. But the paperback's going to be like I think $25. Ebooks $9.99, and So it's something to do with the way Amazon prints the books. If you wanted it in color, there's enough pictures in it that I was like, let's try to save a couple, black and white. Some of these places that I'm sharing pictures of are just they look like ass in black and white.
Yeah, they're not black and white places.
Not really gonna bring it to life.
I mean, there's one. It's the cover is me walking across Uyani Salt Flats, which is like the place in Bolivia where it looks like you're walking on a mirror for as far as the eye can see.
Oh, really?
Because it's all salt flats, but if it rains at a certain time of the year and like this much water sits on it, so the whole, as far as you can see, looks like it's just an endless mirror.
Really?
And that doesn't translate to black and white.
Yeah.
That's the cover
Probably
of
won't
the
even
book.
notice it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, dude. No, we'll definitely pick up one copy for here, but I definitely want to read it.
Hell yeah.
Give
Thanks,
you my
man.
input.
Appreciate it.
And dude, it was such a good time having you back
Hell
on
yeah,
here,
dude.
man.
I love it.
Yeah, this is
Love seeing you guys again.
no.
You guys are doing a badass shit.
No, man. So
You guys have more than doubled your
yeah,
audience since the last time I was here.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was.
You guys are crushing it.
Yeah. So are you, brother?
It's good to connect again. Yeah.
No, man. This is always a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time the first one. I always like having people back a second time. Other than me being nervous about pyramids.
You did great, man. You did great.
It's probably like the first time you ever talked to Graham or Jimmy, was it fucking like?
Dude, the first time I talked to Graham, I don't know if I told this story last time, but I was in Lebanon.
Uh-huh.
Do we have time? Do you want to hear this?
Yeah,
of
fuck
course.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm in Lebanon. I hadn't slept. I came off however long it took me to fly from America to Lebanon. It was a long time. I don't remember. No sleep. We check into the hotel in Beirut. We're downtown. Beirut's crazy. Lights are off in different parts of the city. People are, we're high up on a high up floor. I'm looking across. There's a gutted skyscraper. People are up there with burning fires and big trash bins.
Yeah.
So we're trying to go to sleep, and the people next to my cousin's room are Ukrainians, and they left their techno music playing all night.
Nice.
And went out clubbing. And, you know, I can't go to sleep either. And then they start ringing a church bell right next to us at like, dude, 5 a.m. It wasn't even, they just kept ringing it for like 45 minutes. I was like, this is insane. I dropped a whole video on it. I did a whole thing. This is what's happening. I'm here in Beirut, y'all. This is crazy. And then they start doing the call to prayer, which is at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's 5, yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I'm fucking up. I'm up. So I start looking at my phone, and there's an email. And it says Graham Hancock. And I'm like, I've told him this too in the interview. I don't know if you saw the sit-down interview I did with him. I was like, I shared this with him. And I was like, yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I think at the time I was like, I don't even know how many. Maybe I had 20,000 subs. And so I open it up, and it's a very simple email. It's just like, hey, I like your work. Want to connect. Real basic. So I just, at that point, I'd gotten at least big enough that I was getting all these weird emails, right?
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
thought it was just some bullshit email, you know? And so I'm responding back to this email, like, very, very, like, my guard up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it out. And then I keep talking to him, and I finally realize, I'm like, this is Graham Hancock, dude. And my cousin's there, and I'm like, dude, I think I'm making him read the whole thread.
Yeah.
And he's responding to me instantly, which was another like red flag for me.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I sent the email out. He responded instantly.
But
I
he's
was
not
like,
misspelling words or anything.
No, not, yeah.
That's
So that
what
was a
always
good
gets
thing.
me when it's like fucking sand, but it's sand.
Yes.
Yeah, like they don't spell the right shit.
And but he was responding instantly, so I was like, that was a red flag to me. And so I'm having this back and forth. I'm making my cousin read it, and then I'm finally like, dude, he's saying stuff that is like, and then he's also very proper. You know, it's not very proper.
Yeah.
But he's very, you know.
Yeah.
Well spoken.
Yes, and very well mannered, and it just, you know, the more we talked, I was like, holy crap, this is him. Anyways, that was amazing, and we drove off that day and filmed a bunch of sites, and that's where we did the Kana site. That was our first day. Where Jesus turned water to wine.
Yeah.
Drove 3 hours down to that site or something close to the border with Israel, and no sleep. That was quite a day, very long day. But yeah, I was in total disbelief. It took me a while to even buy that was him contacting me. And you know, it didn't help that I was on like literally zero sleep for like 2 days. But yeah, really cool moment. But yeah, it was a little bit. Graham's a really cool person. He's a really down to earth person. So it hasn't been that hard to like get to know Graham.
Yeah.
He's been very gracious. You know, very invited me to places and into his home, and yeah, his hospitality. He's one of the most genuine people, especially as a friend, that I've ever met. Yeah, really cool dude.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
I wish you would say that about me. Fucking asshole.
Hey man, you
Hey,
never
what do you
know.
think about Moron? I love him. He's a piece of shit, though.
I mean, they tell you to never meet your,
never meet your idols, man.
Yeah. But he's you know, the opposite of that. So yeah,
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Well, I still want to meet Tom Brady. So
Yeah. Okay.
You guys gotta have him on.
Yeah, dude.
fucking love to.
He's probably addicted to something.
Gotta be.
He's addicted to fucking six. Like if you,
Yeah,
watch,
dude,
if
that
you watch
guy
that
just
guy work,
wins.
bro.
Yeah.
He's addicted to fucking winning.
Yeah.
Winning.
He's still winning.
Yeah, dude. Like, 25-year-old girl every other week
He
or
played,
whatever.
he played that flag football tournament 2 weeks ago. It was fucking right when he came on the field, fucking touchdown.
Yeah.
He's insane, bro. I don't think every time he got on the field, they scored a touchdown. Like fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, quit blowing Tom Brady right now.
What was his
dude.
contract for the commentator position? It was insane,
I'll
right?
say it's $50 million a year.
Dude,
50.
yeah, he's still winning.
He talked about coming back, but they wouldn't let him because he owns part of the Raiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wouldn't let him.
Yeah, he's the owner's stake in the Raiders now.
He said he was on Shaq's podcast, and he said, like, if I came and played right now, I would still dominate. He has no doubt about it. He said, what I wouldn't want to do is go through training camp and all that bullshit. He said, if someone called me during the playoffs and said, come play during the playoffs, fucking, I'm all in.
I mean,
He's
Philip Rivers did it.
How many more
last year.
rings do you need, dude?
Yeah, well, all of them.
all
Like
of
he's
them.
like, I mean, he's got what, like 4 more fingers to put him on. Like he's
Yeah, what has he got? 6?
yeah,
7.
7.
Chasing Bill Russell now, shit.
yeah. I
He
mean,
wants all of them.
he's got three fingers left.
3
man.
fingers left, yeah.
Yeah,
That's over for him though.
yeah, he's done, dude. Like,
He can't
Never
milk
say
it like LeBron.
Don't ever
dude,
say.
LeBron is just he's a shell of himself now. Makes me
mean,
sad too because
Well, you
he's
know what's
badass.
crazy is
He's still doing
Tom
good,
Brady took such
right?
care of his body, though,
Yeah.
that
yeah.
at 40, what is he, 47, 48 now?
Yeah,
Dude, he's my age.
If he came back and played, I would be like, he's about to fucking kill everybody again. Because he literally
Philip
just
Rivers just did it.
But he's not Tom Brady, bro.
I understand.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I'm proving the point is that if Philip Rivers could do it,
Philip
Tom
Rivers
Brady
didn't
could
come back and do it at a high level. Bro, we're talking about Tom fucking Brady.
Can you stop blowing Tom Brady for
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
30 seconds of your life?
We're not talking about
Jesus.
Brock Purdy.
Bro,
Yeah.
if
We're talking about Tom
I'm
fucking
the same
Brady.
age as Tom Brady then.
Yeah.
If I tried to do anything physical like
Yeah.
that, I would just
Yeah,
instantly break a leg or
All
something.
of it's broken.
Well,
Yeah,
he's-
there's no like juking
Yeah.
in me left.
One thing I love about
Bro.
Tom though is like he'll be the first to tell you, look, if I was a receiver or a running back, no
Yeah,
fucking way.
Yeah.
But his skill wasn't running. His
Right.
skill was fucking passing and avoiding fucking rushes.
Yeah.
Stepping to the side, calling just has
Yeah,
a
you can't
photographic
take hits
memory.
like that for
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah. And your body does slow. I mean, I don't care if you run a 4.40, your body slows down as I'm not as fast as I used to be.
Well, bro, I couldn't
Even
right
though I'm
now
still-
throw a football 20 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shoulder's jacked.
Yeah,
There's
dude,
always something going out.
It's going to hurt.
This one's just permanently messed up.
Bro, I play
Yeah, it goes like right
volleyball
here.
on
Yeah,
I play
yeah.
volleyball on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And my hamstring within the first 30 seconds is already growing.
Bro, you got to get there an hour early and
I don't stretch.
warm
I'm not
up
doing
and
that
stretch.
shit.
Yeah.
I tried to do high knees with my daughter. I coach her
Yeah.
volleyball team. And they were doing high knees the other day. I was like, that looks like shit. Let me show you how to do it. I did 3 high knees and then fucking I started kicking back. I said, I hope y'all got perfect fucking lessons on that because I'm done. Yeah. I work out, but I don't fucking do anything running. I hate running.
Yeah, I love running.
I don't.
But I
If this house caught on fire, I'd walk fucking as slow as I can out of here. Walk right out of that front door.
yeah, dude, I love running, but I can't do paces like I used to.
Yeah.
My knees.
Yeah, man.
You ever take peptides?
No, everybody keeps talking about peptides. I
You
don't know what
should.
peptides are.
I take them every other day.
Yeah,
Fucking amazing. I tore my shoulder twice last year.
really.
Didn't have surgery. Just started taking peptides, and it feels so.
What
much
is it? What I don't know what anything about it.
It's just you got to read up about it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And it's. I mean, you can take it through a pill, or you can take it through an insulin needle. Maybe you might want to take a pill, but I mean, it's just something it's just an insulin needle.
Okay.
Just take it, and it repairs your muscles.
Really?
Repairs.
Yeah.
them.
This shoulder's been for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess that's just how it is.
I've
And
got
I
some.
just work out
I've
through
got
it.
some. If you want some, I'll send you home with some shit. I believe in peptides over fucking anything. I've
Really?
ever taken.
All right.
100%.
Yeah, I'd be willing to check that out. Because yeah, we're falling apart over here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it just
you're
happened.
going.
I'm
places.
shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Shoulders are not working anymore. My shoulder doesn't work and I shit my pants. I'm the worst. shape of everybody over here.
Dude,
Well, dude, thanks for coming, bro.
Heck yeah,
Thank
dude.
you again. And how do people find you? Subscribe.
Wandering Wolf, and I always got to say, wandering with an A, not wandering.
Yeah.
Wandering, people get confused. Wandering Wolf on YouTube. I have a secondary channel where I'm doing interviews with people in the ancient history community. Wandering Wolf Live. Wandering Wolf Productions is where you can find all this stuff. We've got conferences going on. You can join me on a tour if you want to travel with me. My Japan tour is sold out. That's next month. Next tour is Greece in November. We'll be going to Greece with Luke Caverns and Will from Incredible History, 2 big YouTubers in the ancient history space. So there'll be 3 YouTubers in the ancient history space leading that tour to Greece. You can find that on my page, and then the book coming out. And it should be, by the time this airs, it should be out or within a day or 2.
What's the name of the book?
Lost Then Found.
Lost Then Found.
You'll be able to find it on Amazon. It's going to be a couple other spots too, but that'll be the easiest place to find it. It'll all be linked on my website, which is wanderingwolfproductions.com.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get
I think
it.
I got it. I think that's it. We're doing a conference here in Austin.
When are y'all doing that?
In October. So Randall Carlson, a bunch of people coming here. We're putting it on at ACL. And doing a whole 3-day event there, sandwiched right between ACL event and the racing thing.
F1.
F1. We're in the weekend between those 2.
We'll be there.
Yeah, dude.
we'll
October
let's go.
17th through the 19th, I think.
Hey, dude, rock our 2 Addicts and a Moron shirt there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's so
Let's do
cool.
it. You guys got to come, man.
Yeah,
We'll
dude.
show up.
Hell
Yeah, we'll be
get
there.
You guys some tickets.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Sure.
All right.
Well,
man.
all right. Well, we got one in the books. Love y'all. Thanks, everybody.